All right. Well, happy Saturday for those of you that are here live. I know some of you might be on the replay, so it could be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It could be morning, noon, or evening. But for those of you here live, it is a Saturday morning in the West Coast. It is noon if you're on the East Coast in the United States. It is now 6 p.m. in France, 5 p.m. in the UK. In fact, exactly 1 week from today, we will be finishing up our training, our big event that we'll be doing in France. So Gene and I leave on Tuesday, headed for our mini world tour that we're going to do. We're going to go to France, Rome, Madrid, Tenerife, then to Philadelphia. And so it's going to be a lot of fun. I know we got Mr. Daryl Roberts, MJ, in the house. We're going to be joined, by the way, today by Ambassador Ryan Vanderpool. Ambassador Ryan Vanderpool. Ryan will be on here today. He actually officially hit Ambassador last night. In fact, we'll give you guys a little picture here. So there we go. It is now Ambassador Ryan Vanderpool. So congratulate to him. He will be here today as well. I want to congratulate Miss Tatiana. I think I've talked about her a few times on here to some of you. Tatiana was born in the Ukraine. Her first language is Russian. And when you get to meet her, and she might even be on here today, when you get to meet her, number one, you can tell that, English is not her first language. Secondarily, she's kind of shy. In fact, I put on a couple three-ways. She goes, I get so nervous. I don't know what to say. She's a little bit shy. When you hear her voice at first, I'm like, hey, Tatiana. Hi. It's like she's got like this kind of very soft, gentle demeanor. Now, she cares about people like you cannot imagine. In fact, even last night, I was talking about the two-star director, and I'm like, well, if you get a couple more sales, she's putting people in left and right. But sometimes she's like helping other people. Like, I don't worry about the bonus. I just want to make sure that we get these people taken care of and those people taken care of. I mean, she truly cares about other people more than herself. It's true servant leadership. And that's a higher form of leadership when you can truly put others' needs and goals and ambitions and success ahead of your own. You will always succeed. Help enough other people get what they want. You will get everything you want. But anyway, Tatiana, I think I mentioned to a lot of you, had never been on a training call, never been on a corporate update call, doesn't know how to create the link to the back office, doesn't know how to place people. And yet here she is 2 months later, and she hit 2-star last night, and she is in the driver's seat to probably be a 3-star before August is out, because she does do one thing extremely well. And she goes out and she asks lots and lots and lots of people, would you like to hear about the travel thing? Then she plays in her playbook, she plays that 1-minute video that Gene and I shot when we were in Cabo. And, we just, walked in the room. Here we are in Cabo San Lucas. And we're at a place called Garza Blanca. And of course, then you see the ocean. We're ocean front. And we are here for 7 nights, 8 days for $0.00. And I describe how that happened. The entire video is 1 minute exactly. She sends that video and then does 3-way calls. And she just rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. But a big part of the point is that, if you just do the basics, you can go out and have success in this business. But you got to be connecting people to other people. If you're getting people on the phone with my man, Daryl Roberts, if you're getting people on the phone with Maria, if you're getting people on the phone with Tanya Evans or Kayla or Tyrone, or, it doesn't matter who you're getting them on the phone with, Mahmuda, anybody. Everybody's got a story. You could be brand new in the business, and I would still want to use you on a 3-way call for my brand new person. Why? Tell everyone why you joined the business. Oh my gosh, I always wanted to travel the world. I can't wait to go wherever I want to go. Or, man, I hate my job. Or, oh man, I want to get out of my job. Or I want to do this or do that. Everybody's got a story, including the story of why did you join? Why are you excited, right? But when you're connecting people with other people, you're a connector, and you're getting them to hear their stories, you are in fact going to have success. Not if, not maybe, your business is going to grow. But congratulations to Tatiana, to brand new 2-star. Of course, obviously you hear all the recognition on Monday, but just kind of an interesting journey because I get to work with her quite a bit. Now, I know we got the great Daryl Roberts, who just had a birthday. Happy birthday, Daryl. I believe you are still in Del Mar.
Yeah, I'm in now. I'm in the San Diego area, with Del Mar, San Diego as well. But hey, quick congratulations to Ryan, unbelievable ambassador, and of course Tatiana as well. We talk about her all the time. Doing play, showing the video, and then doing the three-way calls, and it's just pretty amazing. So it's an exciting time, but just again, a big shout out, congratulations to them and all the people I see on Facebook that are traveling right now, and the ones that I know that are actually traveling is Dean and Misa from the Bay Area. They're somewhere exotic. I forget exactly where they're at. And who else did I just see that's traveling?
Dr. Phyllis Terry's in Greece.
Dr. Phyllis Terry. Guys, these folks are having the time of their lives, having the best time of their life, going to amazing places and spending pennies on the dollar. So Todd, it is simple what we do. We have literally the best product in the marketplace, and then, backing it up with a compensation plan and opportunity to make some serious money. How many of you out there want to make some money this week? How many of you out there want to make some money today as we close out the double bonuses? And for some of us, a little bit more. If you are like that, put in the chat that, hey, I want to make some money. I'm serious about success. I'm going to follow the system. I'm going to share this information with people. And if you do that, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to happen for you. And while you're doing it, you get to travel and stay at these unbelievable places. So, Todd, we've got an incredible company, incredible opportunity for anybody out there, no matter what they want to make. They want to make a few dollars. They want to make a few $100. They want to make a few $1,000. They want to make tens of thousands of dollars. We have a road for you. You just have to pick your road that you want and proclaim that, hey, I want this. This is what I'm going after. Tell people about it, and then start following the plan. Todd just laid it out for you, exactly what Tatiana's done. Ryan's going to tell you what he did. Number one, he made a decision. And once he made that decision, his whole perspective changed and things started happening for him big time. So it's pretty exciting, Todd. I love being here on Saturdays. I love doing the three-way calls we're doing, and I love to see so many people, going to another level in life and traveling, and going to another level in life and experiencing, more income as well. And that's what it's all about.
I want to talk about Dr. Phyllis traveling. I want to talk about Dean. Got a great story. I know we got a ton of people on here that just got back from New Orleans. We got a ton of people on here that are going to be going to Paris, in a couple of days. But I want to back up real quick. And I know we can't use any names, but you and I had a call yesterday morning, or a Zoom. That Zoom went on for over an hour. It's a prospect of Daryl's, and then he brought on a prospect, and the gentleman that was on there, he made over $12 million in the last 10 years in the industry of direct sales. He had over 12,000 people a week joining his team.
Yeah.
He had enough volume to be making over 400 grand a month. His team was obviously global. And he referred to us as a sleeping giant. Yeah. Because you guys are the sleeping giant of the industry. He was blown away with the fact that, man, you guys are 10 years old. He goes, I wouldn't even be here having this conversation, but you guys are 10 years old. He goes, most companies don't make it to 2 years. He goes, the fact that you guys are in your 10th year, he goes, that tells me almost everything. You're a solid company, people getting paid. He went through all of our videos. I was blown away how much he knew about us. I mean, he obviously had been looking and looking and looking. I mean, he knew all about us. He knew what countries we were in. I mean, it was obviously he'd been, studying what was going on here, and he went on and on. And I know we're having another conversation with him on Tuesday. I'll be at the airport, but again, it was rather remarkable, and I share that with all of you, not only because it's one thing if you hear Daryl and I, man, this company's great. So, yeah. It's another thing. I mean, again, this is an actual conversation. Somebody that, in fact, he made the comment, I don't have to do this. I don't have to do anything. Yeah, I got my Aston Martins. I got my toys. I've got multiple homes. He happened to be at his home in Portugal at the time. In fact, I think he's going to come over and have dinner with us in Madrid when I'm there. And so, but I mean, he didn't have to do anything. And yet he was so complimentary of David Hart. He was so complimentary, obviously, of you, Daryl, and your leadership and everything that's going on with the company. I just thought it was kind of worth noting that, again, all of you go back to what Daryl just said a moment. All of you are probably sitting in a better position than you even know, because sometimes it's hard to understand what momentum can look like or what momentum can do to your business. I know that Daryl's been through it a couple of times. I've been through it a couple of times. And you kind of recognize it when you see the pre-momentum, when you see it, beginning to that And we talked about that snowball. You start kind of rolling the ball and it's starting to get a little big, and you keep rolling that snowball. It's starting to get bigger, 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 right? And you keep rolling, it's getting bigger, bigger, bigger. And you can kind of see it's just about to go downhill and become this avalanche that's waiting to happen. And, that avalanche can obviously benefit all of you. A rising tide lifts all the boats, assuming that you're going to work. Because I have been through momentum where the company went from 2 million a month to 10 million a month. And there were people who had nobody when we started and they had nobody when we finished. they were there cheering us on. But I mean, we don't want you guys as cheerleaders. We want every single one of you succeeding in a big way. I see your note there, Cherie. And so, Cherie, hey, by the way, your next 5 people, call me, right? I want to talk to your next 5 people. I want to be on the phone with them, right? Daryl's made that offer to you. Daryl's made that offer to a lot of you, right? I mean, just put us on the phone with people. Sometimes that can help you kind of get the needle moving. Tanya Evans, big shout out to you. I know you've been doing more and more 3-ways. Congratulations to you. But again, we sit here in a very, very, very unique place where you have all these different situations. And now I'm going to go back and talk about some of the people in our company, like Dean. Dean was in New Orleans with us. Obviously, it was unbelievable. If you hadn't heard about the trip to New Orleans, the city's incredible. You got the French Quarter, which is 14 blocks of buildings that are as old as the country they lie in. And they look today the way they looked, 200 years ago. They have to kind of preserve that look. And it's really rather unique. Now, they got some of the best chefs in the world. They got unbelievable music. Some of the top musicians in the world are there on the street corners, playing jazz and blues and all that kind of stuff. They got, obviously, it's a big party city. There's all kinds of art and history and the Mississippi River. And I mean, it's amazing. And we were there. And, people were doing things. We had that incredible training. Well, Dean left there, obviously went home and made the decision to go to Paris. And so he's going to be in Paris, but he already had a trip to Puerto Vallarta. So he goes home, he's home, we do some calls, sign some people up, then he hops on a plane. He's in Puerto Vallarta right now. Do you get that picture from him on the beach yesterday?
Yes. I don't have it on here, but yeah, we do have it.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can find it real quick. So he's in Puerto Vallarta right this moment. He'll be leaving Puerto Vallarta here in a day or so. He'll be leaving that world tour. And he's going to be going to Phoenix, the Arizona area, where he's going to be on the free trip incentive. And he'll be there resting up on the free trip incentive. Why? So he can hop on an airplane and go to Paris. I mean, how many people do you think want to do that? All right. He's trading in his points, having, the absolute time of his life. I'm looking for that picture. I know we had it. Yeah. I text so many people. It's like, okay, I'm scrolling down. It was just yesterday. I'm like committed now. I'm finding this thing. And there was a thread with you, me, and Gina and Maria.
Well, here's the picture. So this is what you're talking about. I don't know if
you got the producer.
There
it is. We got it now. So there he is on the beach. That's Dean, and he wrote Trevorium in the sand. Right? You see the big Trevorium written in the sand. That's Dean on the beach. Absolutely incredible. You got Dr. Phyllis Terry, who was there with us in New Orleans, and she got on the call with us on Thursday night. And she was in Greece. Well, I think she was in Athens, and then she was getting ready to hop on a plane and head to Crete. And so, she's over in Greece. And then, of course, we're going to see her in Paris. Again, we got people out traveling the world for virtually nothing. How many people on this planet do you think want to do that? And I know that, maybe you're talking to your brother and your sister and your mother-in-law, and they're skeptical or they don't want to join, all this other kind of stuff, right? Again, eventually you'll get some of those people, in time, or you'll get them today, or just got to get them on 3-ways. But if you keep prospecting, if you keep talking to people every single day, if you keep doing the right things, even when the wrong things are happening, you are going to find those people that you're looking for. And then your business is going to begin to grow. And once your business begins to grow, like that snowball, it's like you kind of begin to get momentum. I can tell you there are times, even now, I've gone through times where man, I could do no wrong. They're like falling out of a tree. I'm telling you, I could sneeze on a grocery cart and someone's like, oh, bless you. And hey, tell me more about this travel thing. It's like, there are times that, it's like it's like it's magic. And there's other times, and I made this comment to Ryan. In fact, I broke that cycle at the end of July. But for a good part of July, I told my buddy Ryan, man, I can't buy a hit. I can't buy a hit. I could literally tell someone, hey, man, I will buy your way in. Nah, I'm good. It's like, I mean, it started to feel like that for a moment, but you just got to keep going and going and going. And so I didn't even get, we try to get 2 sales per month around here. I didn't even get my 2 sales until the very end of July. And I got it in, right? But I've already got 2 for August, right? I've already got 3 for August. But I had been like, it's like, holy crap. I mean, I'm like, it was mid-July and I'm like, man, I can't believe it. I'm like trying to step it up, step it up, step it up. I'm like, and I'm going into that last stretch and I'm like, what the heck? And so anyway, finally got the 2, already got my ones for August, but sometimes it doesn't matter who you are, you're going to go through periods where I can't buy a hit. And I use that baseball analogy because I know that Daryl's son plays baseball. My daughter plays softball. My daughter got recruited to college as a hitter. And there were times, obviously, she was a pretty good hitter. She set the home run record at her college, but there were times, there were weekends that she couldn't hit the side of a barn. I mean, take me out, coach. It ain't happening this weekend. Everybody goes through the highs, the lows, and you also go through the emotional roller coaster that ensues. Is it me? I don't, I mean, you start beating yourself up. I do that. Daryl does that. Danny does that. Ambassador Deborah Taylor does that. I mean, everybody goes through that, but you got to just keep going and going and going. Now, one of the big questions that people sometimes have is, well, where do I find prospects, right? And I think, and this is something we started to train on and only began to train on, and we're only going to begin to train on it again today, but we're going to be training on it quite a bit because that is one of the number one skills you can learn in this business. Where do I find prospects? How do I find prospects? And the reason that's such an important skill is that we want you to have what we call prospect abundance. When you've got more people to talk to than time, then you're in prospect abundance. But if you do what most people do, and you write down 2 or 3 names, and your entire career at Trevorium is going to be based on what those 2 or 3 people do. Okay. Well, now you're in prospect scarcity. Now you're in, the begging and pleading mode. And there's some of you that, you're calling the same 2 or 3 people over and over and over and over. And then you'll come back to the training, learn some new skills, and you'll go back to the same 2 or 3. Man, I got this new line from Daryl. Sounds pretty good, but you're trying the same line on the same people that already said no 19 times. And some of you, you'll keep calling the same people over and over and over, and you're going to beat these people to a pulp, right? Until at some point they finally say, "That's it. I surrender. Here, take my credit card. Just sign me up," right? Just quit beating me up, right? They didn't want to join. They're not joining. They're surrendering. They're raising the white flag. Fine, put me in. Just quit, harassing me. And so they finally join. Well, then you'll call them over and over and over and over. And you got to have a goal. You got to have a dream. Hey, Dr. Ambassador Deborah Taylor say, hey, never miss an event you're qualified for. And you're calling and you're giving all the speeches and you're trying to motivate them and all that kind of stuff. And then eventually 6 months later, you're going to call up, Daryl or me or Ambassador Deborah Taylor or, Danny or somebody, and you'll be like, Todd, I can't do it. I'm exhausted. I'm too tired. I just can't motivate these people. Nobody could have motivated these people. They never wanted to do it to begin with, right? They never wanted to do it. And I have people say, Todd, tell me, how do you motivate your people? I don't. I look for motivated people. I look for people who want to do it. I've never once called Daryl and said, Daryl, you're going to be on the call tonight, right? I mean, you're still excited, right? No, I've never called Ambassador Deborah Taylor. I've never called Ronithia. I've never called Mahmuda. I've never called Tanya Evans, right? I've never called Reverend Judy Cunningham. I've never called, no, I look for excited people. So we go out, we tell the story, collect the believers, right? Do the trainings, do that kind of stuff. But you have to keep looking for people who are looking. Now, where do I find those people? Because obviously having prospect abundance versus prospect scarcity is going to have a big impact on how your business turns out. You don't want to get into that whole begging and pleading kind of mode. In fact, you want to be able to, with confidence, to be able to say, hey, look, John, tell me yes, tell me no, tell me quick, I got to go, right? I mean, John, I got people waiting. I mean, maybe now is not a good time for you. I'll circle back around. I mean, I want you to say that and mean it. I mean, really, hey, John, you know what? Maybe now is not a good time for you. I got people I got to put in. I got some people I can put below you, but man, you know what? Take some time, think about it. We'll come back around. And well, hold on. You'll be surprised how people almost start chasing you when you quit chasing them. But again, that kind of requires you to have something going on. So you, number one, have to get to a place where you have lots of prospects. Okay, so where do I find these prospects? And the answer is everywhere. Okay, now there's lots of different ways of doing it. So I want to bring Daryl back on here for a moment, because Daryl and I are old school kind of guys. We've been doing this business, well, him longer than me. I've been doing it since the early 1990s. But Daryl recently has made a commitment to social media. And so, Daryl, if you don't mind, maybe just kind of describe, what you're doing on social media every day. Now, we're going to go beyond social media. We're going to cover lots of different things, lots of different ways of things that you can do. And it's not any one way. There's not, oh, that's the way. Because I can show you people in our business that are doing it this way. And I can show you people that are doing it exactly the opposite way. And both are having success as long as you're having conversations, right? Anything that leads you to a productive conversation is a good activity. But we're going to give you all kinds of ideas and train on different ways. But Daryl, I want to come back to you at this moment and have you just talk about some of the things that you're doing with social media right now.
Well, yeah, again, and thank you, Todd. Yeah, just great information, guys. Like Todd said, it's not one way to do it. And this is not the only way we're doing it. We've had multiple Uber drivers, and every one of them is getting asked the question, do they travel? Are they going to travel in the next 12 to 24 months? So we're doing all the things, going through our list, going through everything. But one of the focuses is the social media stuff. And I think Todd's talked about this forever and ever. And sometimes if you're not ready, you're not ready, you just don't do it. But when you take a look at the social media thing, how simple is it to put something on social media about this amazing company? And I'm talking about putting one of the world tours that are up there, putting one of the getaways that are up there, just talking about, this is a trip, this is what ours cost, this is what theirs cost. So we've put, if you look in the last 60 to 90 days, and a lot of you are grabbing stuff that we're doing, which is phenomenal. Keep doing it. Wait till you see what we're going to be doing over the next 90 days or so. And we put things on there from the discount savings and discount site where we do comparisons for this hotel, our price versus their price. We've done that multiple times. We put getaways on there. One of the getaways we're going to is in Orlando. So a lot of you have seen it in September. It's 3-bedroom suite at the 5-acre water park, 20 minutes from Disney World. That's on there. Our price is only $249 for the. So we're just constantly putting those type of things on there. The world tours on there, the special Paris or whatever the case may be, and we're just putting it on there. And we've done this for a little while now. And what I'm starting to see is I'm getting phone calls. We're signing up a guy today, tomorrow, that contacted us from there. So we're starting to get a lot more people contacting us. So sometimes you put something out there, you think it's so great. This has happened to me, so I know it's happened to you. And you wonder why 50 people aren't calling you, because you just showed them how you could stay at the 3-bedroom suite at this beautiful place, unbelievable, for $249. Everybody else is staying there for $15,000. And why am I not getting 50 calls today? Why am I not signing up 25 people? And it's happened to me, and I just thought, what's wrong with this? But I know that, Todd, even though people are not saying anything, they're in their mind going, okay, wait a minute. Let me see if this joker is going to be here a month from now. Let me see if this joker is going to be here 6 months from now. Let me see if this joker is going to be here a year from now, etc. So a lot of people that saw us back in the day, that knew we were doing travel and doing special deals like we're doing, those people are starting to matriculate into the business. They're starting to contact us. So it's frustrating, but you, just like a McDonald's commercial, just like anybody else out there that has a business, you have to keep advertising. You've got to keep putting your product, your service in the front of their brain. You think we all know about Coca-Cola, right? We've had Coca-Cola ever since we were little. But how many of you have seen a Coca-Cola commercial, some type of advertising of Coca-Cola or Wendy's or McDonald's or some restaurant? You've got to keep putting that out there, even when nothing's happening. So you have to prepare a process. This is what I'm going to do once a week, twice a week. I'm going to put a dreamcation product on there, either a world tour or a getaway, or I'm going to go in the back office and I'm going to do a comparison of their price versus our price. And you just have to commit to that. And who knows, we may set it up that we have hundreds of those somewhere that you might get access to. Who knows? That might be coming down the road as well. But by doing that, we're now getting people that are seeing the vision and value of our company. Now, the call we were on yesterday that Todd was talking about with these individuals that could just be absolutely unbelievable, they saw that information over the years. Matter of fact, I sent information to the guy that contacted me about a year ago. And at that point in time, he was not interested because of what they were actually doing at the time. But because he kept seeing what we're doing and it was a similar scenario, he now contacted us and said, hey, we need to talk. Let's see exactly what you folks are doing. So Todd, the social media stuff, it's easy, guys. You don't have to talk to anybody until they start contacting you, but it's something that I don't care who you are, what your background is. You can copy from me or one of the other folks that are out there and grab their information. Matter of fact, Jennifer what's her last name?
Just go with Jennifer Davis.
Jennifer Davis, yeah.
Jennifer
I don't want to screw that
Jennifer
middle
Siddle
name
Davis,
up.
right?
Yeah.
I never knew how to say it either, right? So Jennifer, I apologize, but
Yeah,
Jennifer Sithole. I see it all the time, right? Just Jennifer Davis.
She posted something.
Love you, Jennifer.
Yeah, hey Jennifer, we'll get it, but hey, Jennifer should be fine. I hope it will. If not, you let me know. She posted something yesterday or a couple of days ago. It was unbelievable, and it was only a couple people that had liked it at the time, because I think it was only, I don't know, a couple hours being posted. But I just thought it was the most brilliant thing. Is it here? Yeah. No, that was something else. If you go to her site, and I think you'll find it. I'll read it to you guys. It was about the wedding.
Okay, yeah.
The wedding thing. And I saw that value, and then I said, wait a minute, I can even tweak this to something else. So I grabbed something from her. I haven't used it yet, but I can assure you in the next day or two or three, you will see a variation of that. As a matter of fact, I did. I sent exactly what she did. I actually shared it with 3 or 4 people as is. Now, Maria and I are going to make a couple of tweaks on it because she was talking about weddings. I'm going to just add 12 to 24 months of travel, and it is amazing. So if I find it here in a minute, we'll read it to you. But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, it's not difficult at all to post and put something on there, ours versus theirs, or just put a great deal up. And over time, even if it's 8 months from now, even if it's a year and a half from now, somebody's going to want to travel. They're going to see the price out there, and then they're going to remember what you have, and you're going to get a call or a text or a messenger, people asking, hey, are you still doing that travel company? And it should be easy because you're continuing to do those simple type of things.
Yeah, here's Cherie saying, this morning I borrowed Ambassador Deborah Taylor's post showing her car. So she said something about pyramid scams, or I didn't get to see the whole text there, right? But yeah, exactly, Cherie. You can borrow from other people. In fact, I love this post that you and Maria did, by the way, and every one of you, especially because we got people traveling. Dr. Phyllis Terry's in Greece. Dean is in Puerto Vallarta, right? Well, this is a post that you and Maria did, right? Here's a picture of club members in Morocco paying almost $2,000 less than anyone else at the 5-star hotel. And he put up the picture, right? Now, every one of these people had to be on Gerald Maria's team. But by the way, Gerald and Maria have never met any one of them. Don't get me wrong. They love every single one of them, but they've never actually met any one of them. But yet they grab the picture. Like, hey, here's our team having a blast. It doesn't have to be your team. It could be anybody's team. Here's a picture of Danny in the Maldives. Here's a picture of Danny in Thailand. Here's
my partner. This is a picture of my partner.
Correct. By the way, remember, our titles are partner. Always refer to my partner. Here's a picture of my partner, Todd and Gina, my partner, Dale and Maria, my partner, Danny, my partner, Ambassador Deborah Taylor, my partner, Ryan. We're all going to be in Paris. You think we're not going to have some pictures? Grab those pictures, but keep it generic. Don't use the Travorium name when you're posting, because if you'd use the company name, then people can go Google and start looking up the company, researching the company, and you never knew that they were open or interested, right? Never use the company name. You want to keep them curious to the point they're like, okay, fine. What are you doing? What are you in, right? But we have an advantage over any other company out there, because if you're in some vitamin company, right? I mean, how often can you post about your vitamins, right? Or I think a lot of you guys know I drink tea. I happen to have my tea here, my eucalyptus, and this is my divine immunity tea, right? By the way, here's some tea. I mean, how often are people going to get excited if I keep posting about my tea all the time, right? I mean, there's only so much you can post about it, right? But with us, there's different cities, different places, people on different trips. I mean, right now, here's Dean in Puerto Vallarta. Here's the group that was in New Orleans last week. Here's Dale Maria and Del Mar. Here's Dr. Phyllis Terry in Crete. And oh, by the way, they're all headed to Paris. And so you have never-ending content, never-ending cities, never-ending situations where you can post, and it's all exciting because people love to travel. People want to hear about the different places, the different locations, right? There's only so much you can post about your vitamins or my great powder that I mix up, right? Or my glutathione, right? I mean, trust me, it's a snooze fest after one post about glutathione. And so you have a huge advantage. But I love what you said a moment ago, Joe, because obviously you had reached out. So you can't just post your way to success, guys. This is something in addition to 3-foot rules, something in addition to other things we're going to talk about, but it's something you can in fact be doing that doesn't take very much time, that over time can begin to win some people over as you build an audience. So it's not the way to build the business. It is an additional way to meet some great prospects. But notice that Daryl had actually reached out to the gentleman and actually contacted that gentleman about our business. Timing wasn't right. Okay. Fast forward the tape. Timing's now right. But he's remembering Daryl because Daryl's also posting. Oh, that's right. Daryl had reached out to me, and now I'm seeing all of Daryl's posts. I'm starting to follow those. A lot of you guys are going to have stalkers. I mean that in a good way. They're kind of like stalking your pictures, wondering how this whole thing is going to turn out, wonder if you're going to keep doing it. And then eventually he reached out to him. So again, kudos to you, Daryl, and what you're doing. And for everybody out there, you can borrow the pictures, you can borrow the scenes, you can go to the back office and grab some picture of any resort, doesn't matter what it is, and just say, man, look at this place. In fact, I looked up one for the other day. I didn't even know we had resorts in Oregon. And somebody asked if we had anything in Oregon. So I went to look, and we do. And we have a place that's right on the coast, right on the beach. 7 nights, 8 days, $57. And you got to see the picture. You can see the water crashing against the rocks. I mean, the resort is right there on the edge of the ocean. I mean, this is, absolutely incredible. Like, I didn't know we had a place here, $57. So don't be surprised if somebody see that on my Facebook page later today. But anyway, hey, I know we have Ambassador Ryan Rhino Vanderpool on here. I added the ambassador in front of his name. He doesn't know that when you see his name up here. I added the ambassador. Of course, there's only one ambassador, Deborah Taylor, but for the moment, we're going to celebrate Ryan's accomplishment. He officially hit it yesterday. He got to see it click over last night where it said it on there. Of course, I snapshotted it. He snapshotted it. And of course, Ryan, you're getting ready to head to Paris on Tuesday. Your wife will now be shopping along with Ambassador Deborah Taylor and along with other people at Louis Vuitton on David Hart's credit card. Is there any better way to shop? Daryl and I can attest there is no better way to shop than on David Hart's credit card. Honey, have at it. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad. Anyway, but congratulations, Ryan.
Thanks, buddy. Thank you so much. And wow, what can you say? Once you put your mind to something, and it's the power of great thought, and it's the power of desire, and it's the power of making the decision. And that's really what happened. And I've told the story a dozen times, but after the trip to Cancun, we made the decision. Tammy and I made the decision. And I came back and I told Todd I made the decision. And Todd, let's go make this thing happen. And Todd didn't call me every day and say, hey, what's going on? Hey, you got your list together? I mean, like, Todd is a machine. He's out doing his thing. I come to Todd. Hey, Todd, here's what I got going on today. And it's the conversations, here's a text. Hey, Todd, I got so-and-so I'm getting ready to put in. I'm trying to get the waiting room together. I've been looking around and, I've got a handful of days. So I want to go back and touch some of these people. So we're always strategizing on top of everything else. But yeah, we made the decision. That's the bottom line. Daryl talks about it all the time. Once you make the decision, but you have to decide, make the decision, and then put the blinders on. It's kind of funny too, because I've talked about this in the past. And when I make a decision on something, I go to where I'm going to go in my mindset. So I was already an ambassador. Once we made the decision, I was an ambassador in my mind. The question was not, how am I getting there? The question was, who took me there? And along the way, I was identifying people as we were on the move up. I was looking from down saying, okay, these people are on a move. I want to make sure I tap root into their teams, help them to get the people, the information and all that. And it just made it so much easier. And although I would say, Todd, the last 48 hours I went back down this way because now we were so close. I'm looking it up at it. I could grab it. I could reach it.
Yeah.
And we did. By the way, the call's unbelievable. I mean, absolutely. You can't just post your way to success. If that's not a nugget for those of you that are online, I mean, you cannot just post your way to success. I wrote that down immediately, like, oh man, I could stay up all night and not think of that one. So, but it's so true. Stalkers, guys, I love stalkers. I love them.
I got that word from you.
They can hide.
I learned that word from you.
They can watch us all day long. As a matter of fact, I was in, and I can't remember who it was. It was someone that was somewhere in the organization. They might not even have been in my organization, but they literally came up to me when we were in New Orleans and said, Ryan, I just want you to know I stalk you all the time. I've been stalking you for months. And then went on to say, what you do, what I hear on the calls, what I hear on the Zoom calls, it motivates me, it excites me. So I love to watch what's going on in your life because it fires me up to know that I can get to where you are as well because I know your story. So I love stalkers. You can sit behind the bushes all day long and watch how incredible my life is because, oh, by the way, you can have this life as well. You just, Daryl, have to make a choice.
By the way, Ryan, I want to kind of share your story with everybody because everyone can borrow your story now.
Mm-hmm.
So for those of you guys who don't know, Ryan's an executive at a car in the car industry. He had a buddy that had a dealership, wanted Ryan to come help him do some things and build up the fleet department. And so Ryan makes extremely good money doing that. But unfortunately, this car dealership's an hour and a half from his house. And so he has to drive an hour and a half to work, an hour and a half home from work. If you know anything about the car industry, it's relentless. It's 6 days a week. It's 10-hour days. So he's working 60 hours a week when he's at the dealership. And don't forget, for the privilege of doing that, I got to drive 3 hours a day just to get there. And so Ryan is obviously a very, very busy, slammed individual, right? They don't get any busier than Ryan. He's also got a wife and a beautiful family and kids and all these other kind of things going on, just like everybody else. So there's nobody busier than Ryan. Now, obviously, he goes to Cancun. We talk about that all the time. You get people to events. This is a place where they make a decision. You hear Daryl talk about that constantly, right? You made a choice to try, or you made a decision to succeed. Because we got Ryan to the event in Cancun, right? Decisions get made easier at swim up bars. Okay. Write that down. Anyway, it's easier to make the decision at a swim up bar. So we go and have this incredible, time in Cancun. He comes back, decides to build. And obviously, you got to go 1-star, 2-star. You hit 3-star. It was on your birthday, April 6th, right?
Right.
Then you hit 4-star in June. Right. And then, of course, now here you are an ambassador, which happened last night on August 5th, right? So kind of from your birthday, May, you're like you rank advance this time of year, right? You're like, I just realized that. I mean, it's always around the 5th and 6th for you. Yeah. So here you are, August 6th. So call it 9 months, right, from when you first decided to go do this. Now, don't get me wrong. Ryan's good at this. Ryan's done this before. So, and don't think, well, I've been here 12 months. I'm not even a 1-star. Hey, Ryan's done this before. It's not his first rodeo. But it's still a story that you can borrow. And I've been using this line. And where did I get it? On the training call. I learned it from Daryl. So I tell people your story, Ryan. I go, he went from 0 to an ambassador, which is a 6-figure reoccurring residual income. And he got there in 9 months while working 60 hours a week, having to drive an hour and a half to work, hour and a half home from work. But this business was specifically designed. See, where did I learn that? I learned that from Daryl on the training call. I'm on here taking notes. This business was specifically designed for people with hardly any money and people with hardly any time. And now you got a story to prove it. Here's Ryan, your story to prove that this was specifically designed for people with very little time to go out and build reoccurring residual income. And so you don't have to know Ryan. You don't have to be Ryan's sponsor to borrow Ryan's story. Okay. And he's on here all the time. So anyway, I will throw that back to you, but I just want to kind of, throw that out there where people can borrow that, because as you guys are out there prospecting, you're going to bump into people. Well, I don't have any time. Well, let me tell you about my buddy Ryan. Let me tell you about my partner Ryan. All right. You know Ryan now. He's your partner, just like he's Daryl's partner, right? Let me tell you about my partner Ryan. He had no time either. In fact, he works 60 hours a week at the car dealership. It's an hour and a half to work, hour and a half home from work. Got a beautiful family, got a lot going on. I mean, you tell the story long enough, you're going to know the story better than he does. Anyway, back to you guys.
Yeah, it's interesting too, by the way, because I'm trying to figure out how to get my my background off here, my screen background off. I'm trying to hit none, and it's not happening for me. But anyways,
Yeah, you need a producer.
If you saw me today, and you see where I am today, most people would be celebrating ambassadorship, right? I was up at 7 o'clock today, on the road at 8:15 to get to my job. I am literally in my office right now working. So there's no rest for the weary. We just keep grinding it out. But you know what? I'm blessed. I'm so grateful to have the life that I have, to have the situation I have in my life, to have the friends, the new friends, the friends I've known forever. Oh, look at that puppy there, huh? I love it.
We got to get a producer. And he's getting props now, right?
Getting props. Look at that beautiful.
Everyone's going, oh,
yeah,
so cute, so cute. Kisses.
Say it again.
Anyway,
Sorry,
so very
Ryan.
blessed. No, buddy, are you kidding me? What a beautiful dog. Little one, is that a teacup or pretty close?
No,
This
I don't think so.
this is a dog.
Okay.
see, Daryl is a master of the basics, right? Gentlemen, this is a football, right? This is a dog.
Exactly. No, awesome. So yeah, it's just back to gratefulness again. And you can choose to live your life any way you want, in strife and upset about because things aren't going your way. I don't know, the trash didn't get picked up today. The coffee didn't turn on when I wanted it to turn on this morning. So now I got to drive to work without coffee. I mean, you could take all those things and let them take you out of your life. I have every reason not to be where I am today because I'm busy. I'm an empty nester. All our kids are gone. So every weekend, my wife and I can go do what we want, where we want, with whom we want. But why not do it with the people that we love and we appreciate and that we're meeting? I got to say one other thing about the trip, talking about motivation, because the conversation 2 weeks ago when we were in New Orleans was about how close are you, Ryan? I hear you're getting there. How close are you with all my beautiful new Trevorium family? You know what? I took that as a challenge. Like now I got to prove, like I can't get to Paris and not be an ambassador.
Exactly.
I can't get through the weekend. Todd and I had the goal last night. And guys, it's 12 midnight rolling into the next day. And I'm panicking to get the last people in. So I hit ambassador on Friday.
Refresh. Sorry, because you guys don't know when you place people, sometimes you have to wait like 5 minutes. So like we're hitting refresh. Try it again.
It was crazy. I'd been at a concert last night. So I got home at about 11:45 and I'm on the phone with Todd. I'm like, Todd, don't worry. I'm going to get home. I'm going to get this done. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for being here to walk me through this, because we're looking how are we placing? I got all these people in the waiting room, and yeah, but you know what? When you make a choice, back to what you say, Daryl, when you make a choice, that's the moment. And then the commitment right at that point in time. I promise you, in the last 9 months, I could have gone left 5 times, but I stayed on track. I could have gone right 100 times, but I stayed on track. And it's because I surround myself with greatness.
And guys, just Ryan, again, what you've done is just amazing. You set an example for all of us in the company, and those coming from behind will definitely see that. But one of the things and one of the tricks that you have to use, and it happened for Ryan, and Todd kind of set this up. started talking about Ryan going to ambassador. Ryan went to New Orleans and everybody was congratulating him. So he put pressure on himself, and it's a good type of pressure. Sometimes people set goals and objectives and they want to do this, they want to do that, but they keep it a secret. You don't let anybody know so that if it doesn't happen, it's no effect or accountability on you. So for those of you that really want to do something, tell the world, get on one of the calls and, hey, I want to tell everybody on the call next Saturday that I'm getting ready to go 1 star. I'm getting ready to go 2 star. I'm going to have it done by this point in time. And when you tell the world, it puts pressure on you, a good type of pressure. And that kind of what helped Ryan. He knew everybody knew he was close. If Paris was coming up, he wanted to get over there, wanted to get Tammy in the Louis Vuitton. And that pressed him. You have to do that sometimes. Otherwise, it's so easy just to kick back and relax. Well, I'll get to it tomorrow. Let me do it tomorrow. Tomorrow always has the ability of turning into today. And we didn't say we were going to do it today. So put a little pressure on yourself. Tell the world, tell your friends, tell the people that you love, the members of our team, the group here, and that will help you accomplish what you're doing. Otherwise, sometimes that fire won't be there for you. But Ryan, just again, proud of you, what you've done, the example you've set. You're going to create hundreds more ambassadors because they're going to be telling your story and using that story over and over again. And it's going to empower some other people. So unbelievable.
Thank you, my brother. And as you're talking, I mean, it's the thing about this call, like as you're talking, I can't write fast enough. Seriously. And it's things that we've learned and things that we've heard. There's an old saying, facts tell, stories sell. You got to tell the stories. And I'm going to give you 2 stories along this journey. Last week is now I got to start putting people into the waiting room because my destiny is determined by myself, not other people. I know in networking, the people underneath of you can help you rise to the top as well. But in my opinion, those people are just a gift from God when they're bringing people in and things are happening there. My destination is determined by myself. So last week, facts tell, stories sell, right? So I got a buddy who works for me here. He's part of my deal. He's part of at the dealership, and he's one of my best salesmen. And I told him that I'm going to Paris. And he's like, what are you talking about? You just came back from New Orleans. I go, I know. You're going to have to, I'll work for you this weekend, and you go on your fishing trip up to the Delta, and I'll work, and you work for me next weekend because I'm on my way. I'm on my way to Paris. And he's like, oh, is this that travel deal you've been talking about that you're in? I said, yeah. What I haven't told you, Dennis, is I'm about ready to hit ambassador. When I hit ambassador, this trip to Paris, Tammy's going to be taken care of. We're going to be a part of all the events. We're going on dinner cruises right down the river on this unbelievable little boat. It's going to be an incredible trip. And I hit what's called ambassador, which, Dennis, it doesn't mean much to you. I know that this doesn't matter to you because, I know how much money you're making here, but they're going to give me an extra 6 figures a year. And his mouth about dropped. He goes, what? He says, I love to travel, Ryan. Maybe I should get in with you. I said, let's get you a spot and let's just start to get some points. Now, I'm not at that mic going, oh my God, yeah, you can come on board and we'll tell a couple of your friends who will tell a couple of their friends and you'll be an ambassador as well. I'm like, bro, let's just get you a spot. Let's get you signed up. I got a little something going on. Remember when I started? Well, now I got over 400 people. 400 people? Yeah, I told a few who told a few who told a few. Let's get you started. You're going to get points. We'll start to accumulate points. We'll get you somewhere in the next 3, 4, 5, 6 months. And along the way, we'll talk more about it when I get back from Paris. Oh my gosh. How easy was that? Did I sell him anything? Did I tell him that he can make that type of? No, once I knew I had him at hello, that was enough for me. Let's just get him in. We'll work the rest out along the way. And then Lori Rogers, same thing. Great friend of mine, known her forever. Multi-million-dollar real estate producer, broker, mortgage broker as well. Does she need to be a part of this? No. Does she want to be a part of it? After we talked the other day about trips, she always goes to Cabo in December her and her husband, for about 2 or 3 weeks. And I talked to her about Cabo Azul. What's the other one you just went to, Todd?
Garza Blanca.
Garza Blanca. She says, Ryan, I know you've been doing this travel stuff. Okay, I'm going to take a spot. Let me get on board. I'll start to bring in some of my people and let's go do this thing, but I want to book some trips, right? So she joins on board. Here's the other side of this thing. She joins on board. She starts to sign up, picks up the phone. Rhino, what is this? What is this $99? What is that package? Oh, Lori, that's the I Want to Travel Now package.
Yeah, $999, by the way.
I'm sorry, $999. She signs up for immediately. This week she calls me and says, hey, Ryan, we want to book our trip. I want to book 2 weeks in Cabo. Can we do that? I said, we can do that. You don't have enough points, but the first week you definitely do. And whatever we don't have, you can pay the difference with the points that you still have. Just facts tell, stories sell, guys. That's it. That's the whole deal here. Specifically designed for someone like me, Daryl.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And one thing everybody caught is that you were up at midnight. So you have a family, you have a life. You went to the concert, the concert your wife wanted to go to with all your friends. Then you came home. Then you had to place people up at midnight, but then you had to be there this morning at 7 a.m. I mean, so again, sometimes you got to burn the midnight oil. you got to pour it on.
We were up till almost 1 waiting for the damn volume to push through.
Yeah.
So it actually said ambassador. So I could literally take a picture of it.
Send it to me.
And send it to Todd. And then he called me right back. And now we're on the phone another 20 minutes. So it's 1 o'clock before I get to bed.
Right. I can tell your anxiety at that moment because what you just said, man, we had to wait till 1 o'clock for the damn volume.
I knew it was there.
I wish we could have had a camera there, watching that process.
Refresh.
Oh my God. Craziness.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Anyways, thanks, guys. I appreciate your love.
It is just amazing, man. The thing about two people need to really understand is that when we say somebody tells you the story or something happens for somebody else, even if they're not part of your group, we're all a family, we're partners. And especially once you're an ambassador above, you share in the 3% pool. And so that means anything that happens, whether it's in your group or not, it's literally in your group because you're sharing it. And I remember Ryan told me that he had a $1 million earner in the real estate industry that joined. Well, I'm telling that story. Todd told me about actual engineer.
Yeah, engineer at Expedia.
Expedia sign up.
Well, now, he bought a $999 pack, by the way.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
A guy from Expedia, one of the engineers, one of the guys that does some of the work over there, saw the value of our company. I've been telling that story. So in other words, you've got to be bold. It says we're supposed to be the head, not the tail. You don't have to be cocky. You don't have to be condescending, but you definitely need to be bold. So I'm going to play a video that I've actually stepped my game up in the social media, and you're going to hear me in this message mention the guy that is the executive for the engineer for Expedia. And I actually think I took ownership of that the way I said it. I didn't mean to say it this way, but it came across and it's okay. I did mention Ryan's new person that he just arrived. I didn't mention her by name, but guys, this is a video that I just recently posted on Facebook, and you're going to see how emboldened I am here and what we're going to be doing in the future, because I know we have something special. People need to know about it, and if they can't take it, that's up to them. It wasn't that crazy, but give me just a second. I'm just going to play it for you guys, and this is the type of stuff we're putting out in addition to just posting still flyers, etc. So
now, Ryan, did you notice how the video Daryl's got his hands on the screen. You can see his hands, but yet the video came up like, I'm going to put up a video now. See, it don't work that way on my end. Hold on.
Hey, I'm going to do a master class on how you can do this and make things happen.
It's a Jedi mind trick.
Hang on. We're going to
You're on mute, Ryan.
In just a second here.
While he's doing that, I can't even get my background to change so everybody can see that I'm in my office.
At
And
work,
he
yeah.
goes like that, and boom, here it is. Man.
Good
Yeah.
morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Hey, Daryl Roberts, Maria Roberts right behind the camera here. Guys, we're in beautiful Del Mar, California. The views are unbelievable. The Pacific Ocean is amazing. Maybe you can see it or maybe you can't behind me, but it is truly beautiful. Guys, if you want to travel more, travel better, and travel for less, there's nothing out there. Nothing out there. We just actually enrolled a guy that was one of the engineers for Expedia. And after going through all our site and looking at everything, he is jacked sideways with what's going on. We've got $1 million realtors that have just joined our company that see the huge value in, number one, the deals that we've got. There's nothing better out there. And then when they took a look at the compensation, how we actually make money by living this type of lifestyle, guys, it is a no-brainer. Get back in touch with me. It's time for us to talk. If you don't want to do business and make extra money, that's fine. But you should not be spending money on Booking.com and Expedia and all the other online sites that are out there. They mark up the travel. They put extra fees in it. We don't. And when you take a look at our world tours and our getaways all over the world, guys, there's nothing better out there. So, hey, get back in touch with me. Get back in touch with Maria. Let's do something big together. It's already happening for us and thousands of others. Now it's time to happen for you.
I'm going full-blown commercial, Todd.
I love the signature move. Call me, right? Great video, man. Great video.
Yeah, but you see how I incorporated your guy. I said, we just signed up.
Absolutely.
So guys, you can do that. We just signed up the engineer. And I didn't say that with Ryan, lady, but I just said also the lady from real estate, $1 million earner came in. So you can repeat those stories, guys. And that's all I'm doing. And I'm going to use those two stories a lot because obviously I think they're very, very profound stories.
Yeah, and when you guys refer to Ryan, hey, my partner Ryan just did this. My partner Deborah Taylor, my partner Tanya Evans, hey, my partners Dale and Maria, right? And by the way, in we, because if you're going to be an ambassador, you're going to override the entire company, and so therefore we just signed up an engineer from Expedia because we as a company did, we as a family did, right? And get that we. There's more power in we, and so you start borrowing it and taking ownership of it and sharing with people what's happening with the company because big time things are happening. I know we got Ambassador Deborah Taylor on here as well. I grabbed her. I didn't know, Ambassador Deborah, if you were in a place to come on screen. Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Ambassador Deborah Taylor, ready to go to New Orleans.
Oh, yeah.
I actually pulled over. I actually had to pull over.
Well, thank you.
Yes, I pulled over. I'm actually driving in my BMW.
I can see you got the sky roof going.
Yes. But I'm glad you beamed me in like Scotty because I am so excited for Ryan. I am been watching, asking. I just had asked David the other day, did he cross over yet? It is absolutely amazing. I've been telling the team, we're getting ready to have another U.S. ambassador besides me. That's new. Yes. So Ryan, I am saying congratulations, buddy. I am just amazed. I'm looking forward to seeing you in Paris. And I remember that conversation in Cancun. And I remember you saying, I'm coming. And you came. And I know it has been a journey, especially if you're still working full time. I can't even imagine, but we thank God for your expertise and your being here. And I just wanted to say from one ambassador to another, congratulations. It's amazing that in the time that you've done it, but it just tells that you are an expert in this field. And I honor you today. And I also understand about the not watching the clock go over. My team knows every time someone on my team is getting ready to cross, I get no sleep. It's like being up with my daughter when she had her first child. I do that with all of my team members. I watch. I know exactly what time they cross over. It's about 3 a.m. My time. I mean Eastern time. 2 a.m. my time. Sometimes it happens at 3:30. About 3:44. That's how much I know and I watch that, and then I do the same thing. I screenshot so somebody can't come back and say, oh no, they didn't cross, because you know that volume can change. And so I know how you felt. So take a nap today. Take a nap, get you a glass of wine, take a nap, and get ready to hit Paris. And I'm looking forward to seeing you there.
It's right there.
Just so you guys know, the volume is at 12:35. That's when it happens. 12:35 Pacific time is when it happens.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yep.
It's funny too, because the first thing Todd says, well, you need to go look and see what your pay was for the day. And sure enough, I got ambassador pay for Friday.
Yeah.
It was there. So it was incredible. I mean, Deborah, I can't even tell you the inspiration you've brought to me as I've watched your journey, and the tears for joy, tears for sadness, tears for the team, just everything, your journey since I really made the commitment. And once you hit it, you know, all you could say was, come on, Ryan, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. And although we're all part of the same company, we're working separate legs of the world, of the company, in different divisions, but that doesn't mean that we don't want everybody to win. And you have just been one of my greatest cheerleaders, and you've helped me to get to where I am. Your stories, your examples, and your leadership with your team. I watch it. I mean, I'm stalking you all the time with everything you got going on, because you know, it's a do it first leadership attitude that everybody on this line has. Do as I do as well as I say. And that's really what makes the difference in leadership, for sure. So thank you for the well wishes. Thank you to everybody on the screen here. So I've got it everywhere. Thank you, everybody. I truly appreciate.
I like what you said about you know, working the business. I always tell the team, you know, I was in a lot of companies where the leadership would just sit back and they just chill. They get to this level and they chill. But my whole thing is, you can't outwork me. You can't outwork me. You can work, but you're not going to outwork me. And once I made up in my mind, and once I became an ambassador, regardless of all the obstacles, I just want the team to know that you can't outwork me. I'm going to show you how to work. And once you get that, once you get that in you and get this company, the principles and the purpose, and David works, Todd works, Danny works, we all work, right? When we really don't have to, you know, but you got to have that. And I always tell them too, not going to let anyone control my check. Because people are funny and they will change on you. And I've had leadership to come and go and leave and and take people and all of that. So you can't so you know what I'm saying? You'll never control my check. So those are two principles that I try to teach the team and that I live. Never let anyone control your check. So you got to keep working, be consistent, and no matter what the obstacles, you just stay focused. And so that's what I've done. You know, it has been a hard year. I just had to go back in for a second biopsy, but you know, and I said, I'm on my way to Paris. So y'all need to get this done because I'm out, you know? And so the doctors were laughing. They were like, yes, Deborah, you can go to Paris. I was like, I was going anyway.
I wasn't asking.
I wasn't asking your permission. So get done what you got to get done, because I'm gone. I see y'all at the end of the month, but I'm out. And, you know, because you just got to do what you got to do. And we are the proof that it can happen. You prove that it can be done in 9 months, and it don't take long to do something that you really want to do. And I'm the proof that you can do it started from the bottom, which was unemployment, to get to the top. And
in the ICU, right? Upline quitting on you, stealing your team.
Yes, just a lot of stuff, you know, but God, that's how I feel. So I'm just so proud of you. I feel like you, even though we're not on the same, I mean, well, we are on the same team, but you know, that I just want to see everybody in this company win, because if we all win, the company wins. The more the company wins, the more we win. And that's just the bottom line. And we're a great company. We're one of the best I have surveyed. I went to, now I'm gonna tell this secret, but I went to a travel meeting I was invited to. They had a dinner at Red Lobster. I think I'm gonna steal that idea. And so they invited people that made over maybe $50,000, right? So I got an invitation. I actually went to their travel presentation the other day. Do you know that they didn't even have half of what we had, and they were charging $6,000 for their package. $5,970. I wanted to recruit the young lady myself. And I went because I wanted to see, I'm always very interested to see what else is out there, right? So I was like, you know, I can't, you know, this is not good. This is not good. That was their cheapest package. Their high package was $10,000. And they didn't even do half, I mean, they don't even have half the portal that we have. And so I'm saying that there are companies out there that's trying to implement our concept, but can't do it. They cannot do it. And it is what it is. And that's why you got undercover Expedia people and millionaires. And I was telling somebody, we got lawyers on our team. We got IRS people on our team. We got all kinds of people. and they may not ever build a book of business, but they're traveling with this company.
Yeah, we got surgeons on the team, by the way. Boy, I read Tanya Evans' comment here about how we're all one team, one body. Love that. And to your credit, Ambassador Deborah Taylor, obviously Dr. Phyllis Terry is part of your team. And she lands in Greece, right? So you're here in Greece. First time you ever been to Greece, probably not for her, but you're in Greece. You got your team there on vacation. And she texts me, by the way, hey, we're in Greece. It's incredible. This is amazing. How's Ryan doing? Is he close? Is he getting ready to cross? She's calling from Greece, wondering how Ryan's doing, right? It's right here. Hello from Greece, right? And want to see how Ryan's doing. Praying to see and Phyllis, Dr. Phil, right? And sometime later, right? And then she just wrote, you know, Greece is awesome. Everyone's enjoying. Ryan will make it, right? Dr. Phil. I mean, everyone's cheering everyone on. As you get ready to cross over, you're going to have people cheering you on. That we're all one family, one team. I know dear old man, Daryl's saying, I'm telling you, he thinks Reverend Judy Cunningham's going to be the next, right? We're all going to be doing the countdown for Reverend Judy. And she's going to be, crossing, hitting the volume. Where are we at? So again, it's incredible. And obviously we want all of you that wish every one of you were coming to Paris with us going shopping, right? It's going to be incredible. But I see you look like you look like you're in Paris right now.
Yes.
You got the sunglasses, you got the smile, your hair, you're in Paris now.
She looks like a movie star to me.
I know.
Yeah, she's all dolled up.
Me and Miss Destiny is doing it today. I love this car. Like you say, Todd, there's nothing like driving a car that's free.
Yep. Just drives down the road a little
lot better.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. It drives a whole lot better. I tell you, and it loves the highway. And I said, well, I don't drive it often, but I said the last 2 days I'm going to drive this and get in ambassador mode. So I think I'm trying to get myself in ambassador mode, right? I may not understand half of what they're going to say, half of what's going to happen, but all I know is that we're going to have a ball. And I'm so glad that Ryan hit it. So at least me and Ryan can talk to each other.
Well, you're gonna get
Ryan and Tammy,
yeah,
and Gina.
You and Tammy are going to get to pick out some pretty cool stuff on Thursday. So,
oh yeah, I heard we get a black card and we get a nice look silk. I'm telling you, I'm pretty excited about it. My daughter is trying to tell me what purse to pick out. I said, so she thinks she's gonna get it when I get home. So she's having me to. She said, I'm gonna send you a list.
I remember when we were in San Diego and Gina and Maria got their purses and the scarves and all of that. And I remember Ambassador Taylor, she wasn't an ambassador at that time. And you could just see she was just so excited for Gina and so excited for Maria. And it was just genuine, like, wow. And then she could see herself, in that same mode, and look what's happened. So you have to rejoice for other people. You can't look back and be jealous and upset. You've got to rejoice for everyone that's out there, because your day is coming. But I just remember that you at that table that morning, that breakfast, and you were so excited for the ladies, and it was just awesome. And now,
well, when they came in, they were dancing, right? And Adela said, and you're next.
Yes.
You're next, right? And I remember us taking pictures, and I was just so happy, for them. And I remember Maria's purse was way bigger than Gina's purse. See, I like big purses too, and her purse was just, I mean, it's just gorgeous. I was like, oh my God. And then Adela came and gave them these beautiful scarves while we were sitting there. And it was just an amazing to be able to share in that. It really was. It was amazing to see, and at that time, that was the time I was telling David, I didn't really want to be an ambassador. I really wasn't, until I went to San Diego, I was just kind of satisfied to be a 4-star director. But David said, that's going to happen. So you might as well get yourself prepared to do it. And it happened. So a few months later, it is what it is. And I'm excited for anyone. I'm looking forward to all of our team members who are pushing hard and pushing towards that way. I know that Dr. Phil will make it. I know so many, Dr. Judy. I know so many people that will definitely make it to ambassador.
I mean, absolutely. And I'm writing down here, it was a great comment you made a moment ago about, not having any resentment, Daryl. I think it was Ray Higdon or somebody like that. It was a pretty good leader in the industry, had a great quote. It says, you can never have that which you resent. You can never have that which you resent. So, I mean, if you're sitting around thinking you're going to be an ambassador, but you're resenting that other people are getting there and you're not, you can never have what you resent. You got to cheer them on, be happy and say, man, my turn's coming. I'm going to learn from them. The people are out there. The circumstances are out there. The books are out there. I'm going to get there some way, but you got to truly be happy for the people that are hitting it. You don't know the price they might have paid before they got here. Maybe it's taking you a little bit longer, but you don't know that, they paid a price somewhere else. And maybe it's happened a little faster for them here. And so truly always be in that celebratory mode when you see other people rank advance.
exactly.
Absolutely.
Although I heard a pretty funny training the other day, Daryl, but he was a guy who was talking about somebody that he meant to call and he didn't call, and they ended up joining the company and somebody else's team. And he was like, he goes, and you can imagine me at the conference, yay, another rank advancement, record time.
you know what I love about this company?
Like,
what I love about this company, when I was in other companies, it was always the same people walking across the stage. It's always the same people. We were always celebrating them very same leaders over and over again. But in Trevorium, you never know who you're going to be celebrating, and I just can't. I know that, the other countries are moving a little faster than the US, but I just can't wait. I think Ryan has definitely kicked in a door for the US. I'm just going to say that, as well as me. We've set the bar. And so it's just a matter of time that we're going to be calling names. Another vision that David had that I always touched with was he wanted to make sure that people, when they first started in this company, could eat. What I call eat, that everybody can eat very quickly instead of you have to get to the top in order. So you can go 1-star, 2-star and eat and celebrate at those levels. And that I love about this company as well, because in most companies, you got to have the least you got to have is about 100 people or more, even to even see any fruit from it. And I mean, as monetary wise or anywhere else, but here, even with your 3 and free, I mean, you get celebrated. I mean, so that's important to me. And I think that's important to us as a company as well.
I want to piggyback on something you just said there, Ambassador Deborah Taylor, because Ryan did kick in the door and change the trajectory for all men in this company, because we've been a
Yes.
female-dominated company. Every single ambassador for the last year has been female until Ryan. So here's James Hammonds, who says, I'm adopting Ryan's decision technique. My decision's made from this day on. I am, in all caps, for those of you who read the Bible, I am an ambassador, right? But Ryan, on behalf of all men, thank you, showing that men can succeed here too, because the ladies have been crushing this thing.
That's true. I don't know who the next male is, but I know they're coming up the ranks. And back to, again, you know what? It's all, either way we go, it's good, but it's nice to have a male on the side of it. And I'm excited it's up.
Well, Sasha just threw some rain all on that, because she just said, I just went director and I'm 3 away from going 1 star. I don't know if you guys just saw that come right through. So congratulations, Sasha. She's letting you know that the women are here and they're still gonna dominate.
I mean, we'll be back to women in 2 seconds, because you got Reverend Judy Cunningham coming, you got Dr. Phyllis coming, you got all kinds of people.
Tanya
Right?
Evans coming.
One moment, Ryan demonstrated men can succeed here too.
But I think that Thomas Flowers and Mel Keys would differ, right? So
Yeah.
we gonna see. It's a healthy competition.
Absolutely.
It's a healthy
I might be calling
competition.
Mel. Hey, Mel, you're not going to let Reverend Judy Cunningham beat you, are you?
By the way, it looks like Tanya she's got laughing emojis, and then it looks like it's a man at that. So she's just laughing at the men being the dominant in any way on this thing. So it's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. So, but it's awesome.
Yeah.
Absolutely awesome. And
Well,
I'm glad
we won't forget that, Ryan. We won't forget, just like they won't forget that I turned ambassador on Christmas Day. We won't forget that you became the first U.S. ambassador besides Daryl and Todd,
right
in a long time that was male.
And Danny.
And Danny.
And Camilo.
But Danny's not even Danny's not U.S. Danny.
That's right.
Canadian. He's not a U.S. Come on now.
Yeah, that's
Ryan.
right.
Don't you take that from Ryan. Danny from Canadian. He's Canadian. Now he may be trying to get to the U.S.
Danny Swigwinol. It's funny because with David Hart always has trouble saying his last name, right? So one time Danny asked me to shoot a video. To let you guys know, we just have fun. So Danny wanted me to shoot a video about him, right? So I turned my camera on. You're gonna love this, Taylor. I turned my camera and go, I was asked, more like forced, to say a few words about Danny Swigwinol. And what can I say about Danny? Danny's I got nothing. So that was the first video. That was the first video, right? And then I get on the second video, right? And I go, I'm here to talk about Danny Swigwinol. And I kept saying his last name wrong on purpose, right? And of course, Danny likes the bling, right? So I'm like, Danny's got the best websites. He's got all the best people. He's got the hottest women on his team. and then I finally shot a real video for him, right? So I sent him 2 false ones. I did that to Daryl Maria too once. Yeah, I sent a video where it was like this incredible video, and then at the end I threw it twisted and they said they had tears coming out of their eyes crying when I did kind of a joke video.
It was hilarious. Todd is a jokester as well, guys.
Well, by the way, you know what's cool? Deborah, I'm going to see you in Paris in just a couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
I leave Monday.
Absolutely. And what's wild, Daryl? We arrive at the exact same time. We're leaving from different places, different airports. We're not on the same plane. We both land at Charles de Gaulle Airport Wednesday morning, 9 a.m. Paris, France.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a blast. And by the way, a shout out to Regina, who is the niece of Dr. Phyllis Terry. She's gonna be taking over the Thursday call, and she'll be doing Thursday while we're all gone in Europe. She's gonna be doing a fireside chat. Obviously, Jerry and Maria are gonna be doing a lot of stuff while we're gone. We'll be ringing in for the corporate update calls and stuff like that. I know that Thomas Flowers and Renithia had also have volunteered to step up and help with some of those calls as well. So a shout out to them. Big thanks to them. I think they're going to be incredible because I think we're going to get a whole bunch of brand new people on the calls that maybe you've never heard before. I think some of the best calls are probably going to happen because you're going to get to hear new stories. People that maybe I hadn't met or Daryl hadn't met, didn't even know to call, didn't know their story. And oh man, but what an unbelievable story. So I think if you guys are not in Paris, probably some of the best calls are going to happen while we're gone, because you're going to have all kinds of fresh faces, fresh stories. So it's going to be great.
All right.
Todd,
Awesome.
I gotta have to jump, buddy.
Yeah, I was gonna say we are. I
Yeah.
can't believe what time it is. I know we've been on here and just having fun. So for everybody out there, thank you for staying with us. Ambassador Deborah Taylor, Ambassador Ryan Vanderpool. Congratulations to both of you. Louis Vuitton awaits you on Thursday. It's gonna be fun. We'll be obviously video and everything. Daryl, hey, what can I say about Mr. Daryl Roberts? You're the great Daryl Roberts.
Hey,
Any final
appreciate it.
comments, Daryl?
No, I'm just happy. I'm excited for everybody, the success. And guys, you haven't seen anything yet. As the pastor said, the best is yet to come.
Amen. See you guys tomorrow night on the Fireside Chat.
Take
Go
care,
out and tell some
everybody.
people about Trevorium today. God bless. Bye, everybody.
All right. God bless.